Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of Guyana. I'm coming to you this morning. Hey, bro. Yeah. By a little later, so I mean, even get breakfast yet, Raz. But you know, your body up on the move. No, me get. It's just that. Remember the hotel I got them thing there. So it's just that me I get for eat breakfast. And me come out for do a quick live for show them people who are going out here. We can catch up because when I head out from here straight down. Roger. Cool. I can call you when I reach down. Safe. So, again, great morning to those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of Guyana. It don't get more real than this. You understand? Look at this. That there where you're looking at is Suriname. This is Skeldon. There's the Classic Hotel. And just back the way is the Skeldon Market. And this is, for those of you who don't know, the Quarantine River is Suriname, right? Where Suriname border is, if you don't know, now you know. Let me tell you. The Quarantine River belongs to Suriname. So what becomes the border is not over there. Is the water line where the water comes up. When it comes up, all the Suriname. Right? If you didn't know, now you know. And watch, you see. You could see from here the kind of breeze, beautiful, breezy place out here. Right? And I just, this morning we call this life fast and nasty, quick, no waste, no time. Right? I come out here just to show you guys. Oh, let me go down and see if you can get a little better view. Yeah, so if the water come up and they're here, it's right away there in Suriname. Right? But remember, because Suriname being our neighbor and we got friendly relations, you understand? They don't deal with it as though you don't find the Suriname's gonna come in there till up here. They gotta understand it. But the water line, that is the Suriname's border, actually. Right? That's the old sugar bulk. So sugar used to be loaded into the ships from there, and I see they got a lot of, all these is fishing boats, right? And some of these boats go out for a week longer to sea. And that there, you know, is what's going on with it marks Cora Vision. This vessel, a Cora Vision, nice vessel. It's a nice thing for set up and keep a party and so. Yeah. So, for those of you who've just tuned in, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from Skeldon, where I'm covering the government's, not outreach, the government's follow-up on their outreaches, where they're going and giving jobs to people, part-time jobs. And you're working for 10 days a month and getting 40,000. So it works up to $4,000 a day. That means the minimum wage now for, you know, those workers are fairly fair to cloudy nice, right? So I just wanted to stop in and tell you that, because I'll be leaving in a moment. I want to see, in my case, you know, people watch and want to talk kind about me, but my interest is what the people get. If you notice anywhere there, something going on. Yes, it's not always about a problem. The vice president, the president, ministers have been going across this country, and I don't think promising people things, because they made promises in their, I don't like the term promise, because they're civil servants. Right? They're working for us. So you can't promise me own thing. Right? They made commitments to deliver to the people, to create jobs and what they were going to do and how they were going to do it and all these kind of things. So they're now following up on those commitments. And the vice president goes, he said, here, this is what they're going to do. The president also. Yesterday, while I am here, we had a live broadcast of the president at Eccles, looking at the Eccles Road. Right? The Eccles New Highway, the president was on the ground following up what's going on. And if you watch me live, you're going to learn that anything like do you know? If you didn't know, you know now. It's on my live, the president announced that he will be giving $150,000 to every fishing folk in this country. Right? Now, yesterday the Vice President met fisher folk in this area, and the discussion was how it's going to be done. Because the government has learned from the last cash grant they gave out of $25,000 after the flooding. They learned that, some people going to come and say, they're entitled and they ain't entitled. So how do we know who's a fisherman? And what the Vice President has done is tell the fishing folk, in your area, you come together, get the list of fishing, we're going to put it up there, and you figure out and watch and say, no, this man is a fisherman, or he not fish no more, or he just fish one time, he ain't deserving of it. So nobody not come and say, oh, me get and me not get farm, I got this problem, everybody got some problem, right? So it's a level of transparency, and that is why I am the king of life, because I live if they cuss, if they slip up, if they make a mistake, if I make a mistake, y'all see it. That is why I could hold the portfolio of the realest thing coming out again. And nobody else nothing is edited here. You understand? If I screw up, if I fudge up, you see, you know what's going on. You understand? Simple as that. So it's very important for people to understand why we do what we do and what is the intention. We ever going out here, for me life, me want to see directly. If I make mistakes, right, I want people to see. That is what transparency is about. That is what holding the government accountable is about. Because when the government go on their outreaches, they have media life. Normally, in a past time, you'd have people editing things and they fix up the story how they want. And you still have that. You have people take my story. You have news agencies take my story that they saw live and they still make a mistake. You understand? They still twist the story in their own style and fashion for suit their people, right? You still have that. But more and more people now have the opportunity to see what is going on and how it's going on, because I can tell you there's an importance in holding government accountable. It's very important to hold government accountable, because especially this government has access to a lot of resources. It's not unlimited resources. Everything has got to end. You understand? Everything has got to end. If not managed wisely, we gonna fail. You understand? And Venezuela and Trinidad are ideal, case studies. Ideal. You could watch it and say, here, well, because again, Venezuela run out of oil, bad management. Venezuela run out of oil still has the 5th largest oil reserves in the world, right? So, or if not one of the largest oil reserves in the world. I think somewhere 5th, or they were the 5th largest oil producers in the world. Somewhere around there, right? Now, they have a country where people hungry, people suffering, people they're bad, and we know the Venezuelans are pouring in to Guyana, pouring in to Colombia, pouring in to Brazil, right? So, if not managed wisely, and this is where you come in, this is where I come in. This is why I follow them when they're going to do things, when they're going to give things, and you got to look at it and see it for what it is. Is this realistic? How more real you could get than this? If you look, and I continually beg of the opposition to adapt a different method. If you look at the opposition, they're reading from script. You understand? They're doing things a certain way. Me want transparency. That's all me want. Me want to see when you're doing it, and me want to know if you're willing to do it live, then what's the purpose? What's your game about? What really is your problem? You understand? What's your program? That's all me want to know. So, that is why I do what I do. So you got boats coming across. Look, if you look there, there's a boat coming across, a little speedboat coming across from Suriname. This is what we used to call the backtrack. I no longer call it the backtrack. Right? I said this is a speedboat route. There's the boats coming across. And there's land right over. Like with them boats, they're just behind them boats there's where the boats, there's land. And you got fisher folk here heading out. Right? You got them fisher folk heading out. They're heading out to sea for catch fish. And you have a lot of people, fisher folk having different issues. They're talking about the catch And to some extent, they understand what the problem is, because I hear fishermen talking about sweet water coming in, issues with the channel and all these kind of things. Let me see if we can get a closer shot of the speedboat coming in. So people coming across from Suriname, they're very active area. On a day you could come here, and I think maybe $2,500 so, and you're going across to Suriname, and you don't have to get your passport to go across there. By the way, you go across, if you're going into Nikeri, you go right across. The first tongue is Nikeri, and you could go there anytime you want. You could go over there. You ain't gotta get a passport for it. If you're going to Paramaribo, if you're going to the capital city of Suriname, well, then you gotta forget your passport in order, right? So them fishermen, where they going, like they been done fishing, and them banana going and drop scene. We can see a whole operation happening. Because I seen you see them find posts in the water there. It's called them pen posts, right? They're going in the corner, they're going right there with a pen there. Nah, they're going in the corner. Yeah. So again, if need be, you could just come up with your family, come to Skeldon. You got hotel here, like classic, got big parking lot and all, and you got the hotel right here. Come park up and you head across. So plus they got parking place and hotel right where the speedboat crossing there. Beautiful, eh? Amazing. Except for the rubbish, oh Jesus Christ, I don't know what's wrong with these. What's going on here? What's going on here? Eh? The main city council of this town gotta do something about this, man. Yeah, I can't get people dumping rubbish all about the place. You have to do something about this. And this is the next thing as you go across, you're seeing the lacking, the failing in the system. A lot of times it's the municipalities. You understand? A lot of people are complaining about the performance of these municipalities. I don't know what the government is doing about it and how they're going to treat it. You understand? If this is a friend up thing, I don't know what's going on. They got to deal with it, because the people are speaking, the people are complaining every day. The people are complaining every day. You understand? Look at this. You imagine somebody come out here and look at the scenery. Beautiful, right? And you're watching and you're smelling the fresh sea breeze. Well, right now, me smelling something rank to, like somebody throw some fish, but there's nothing wrong with it, right? Even fish would wash up and things, nothing wrong. But here the breeze is fresh and nice. Y'all hear the wind blowing there? Y'all hearing the wind blowing? Right? So nice. You're there here and you watch the place, and yes, and then you turn and it's shit. You understand? Like if you got shit in your pampers, you know it's shit. That's where you get in. You know? Yeah, not nice, man. Oh Jesus Christ, y'all come and clean up this place. People come out here, right? They want to see, they want to enjoy themselves. What's going on? What purpose? Yeah. And here we're telling you now, they got more people. They have more people in this region 3 alone. Got 3,000 people hired. We going this morning. The vice president going this morning for deliver and promises they made for more jobs, right? So yeah, look out for them lives. Whether it's meeting farmer, fisher folks, wherever. Yeah, I can see the different communities. Yeah, I can meet and see different people. You understand? So whole day I can be live across Region 6, heading back to Georgetown, and I can keep you guys updated as to what is going on, right? You guys take care. Peace and love.